little bit of advice: always remember to store your passwords in a safe place. So, just in case you forget, you don't have to break the law in order to send emails. Now, unfortunately, Nikki Haley, a former Trump administration official, forgot to do just that and did not take that advice. That's why, according to the Daily Beast, Nikki Haley was just caught sending confidential information over a system meant only for unclassified material. So, sending confidential information over basically an open network where it could be intercepted, basically. So, now what other person was caught sending confidential information over an unprotected line? Oh, wait, let me give you a hint here. Her name rhymes with Dillery Shinton. So, Dillery Shinton. So, now we find this out thanks to a Freedom of Information Request Act by American Oversight. So, they're a nonpartisan group, and they're basically looking and they're looking at this to say, hey, man, look, we want to find out if Trump administration officials have been dealing with confidential information in the way that they should, using not private servers or unprotected servers, but making sure that the communications, at least when it comes to foreign policy, and I'm going to explain what else it pertains to, making sure that these are protected, that nobody can intercept them or get access to them. So now, how do we know this is classified? Oh, because in the Freedom of Information Act request, the documents that were received, we find out that most of that content has been redacted. In fact, the redactions note various classification criteria as exempt from FOIA requests, including the B1 category. Now, the B1 category is classified national defense and foreign relations information. The 1.4B, foreign government information, and 1.4D, foreign relations or foreign activities of the United States, including from confidential sources. So that's the stuff that was redacted and yet was sent over through an unclassified, unprotected system. Whoops. That's a little embarrassing, especially considering how much hay they made of Dillery Shinton's emails. In fact, this is Austin Evers. Quote here. He's executive director at American Oversight. And they're investigating the Trump administration. And this quote on Nikki Haley's emails said this: the American public has heard for years what the standard is for senior State Department officials, including, officials mishandling classified information in their emails. Ambassador Haley may have found it inconvenient to update her password, but as we all know, convenience is not an acceptable reason to skirt information security rules. She should be held to the same standard as everyone else. Again, Dillery Shinton. Asked for comment, a spokesperson for Haley requested to see the emails in question and then did not respond further. Oh, you think you got these emails? Show them to me. Okay, well, here they are. We requested it from you guys, from FOIA. Here you go. The other line, crickets. Silence. Sad. The hypocrisy. So now, look, we criticized on this show, I criticized Hillary Clinton for using a private server. Why? It's because it's not because we think that she was trying to hide things. It's because she was being lazy and doing her work at the State Department from home. That's the whole reason she set up a private server. Or I should say one of the reasons. I won't say the entire reason. So the problem with this is that, again, this wasn't up to State Department standards for security for handling possible confidential or even classified information. And so, look, this could be intercepted by a foreign power. And look, foreign powers are very, very interested in State Department business. As we've seen, of course, with the revelations that Israel had been spying on Donald Trump's communications from his unsecured cell phone. Bit of a problem there. But here's the thing, right? The Republicans, back during Hillary Clinton, when I was criticizing Hillary Clinton, were also criticizing Hillary Clinton. And in fact, the emails are still brought up to this day by none other than Donald Trump. Now, to be fair, unlike Clinton, and we're fair about in the show when it comes to criticism, Haley didn't use a private email account exclusively and did not use one to send the emails in question. But still, that's a huge lapse. And as you know, at the situation at the time when she was sending emails was serious. This was back in July of 2017, right? The issue Haley and her staffers, according to the Daily Beast, were discussing over the State Department's open net system for unclassified communications was the clear and present danger of nuclear war with North Korea. Now, that is obviously a huge, huge possible problem. And so, of course, other countries, including North Korea, would like to know our response to them building and testing ICBMs, which they were allegedly doing at the time. But Nikki Haley, since she loses her password, she decides to use the unsecured system, the open net, to discuss things that should have not been open. Because, again, those communications are targeted by hackers. You had the Russians, the Chinese, the Iranians, the North Koreans, the Israelis, the Germans. All countries like to spy on each other, whether or not we're allies. We spy on the Germans spy on us. I don't know why, but they do. And look, of course we know why. Because it can give you a leg up on negotiations involving things like trade and you know, things like that. Okay, look, it makes sense. So that's why we have secure communications. So now, I have a question for all those Republicans that screamed, lock her up at Donald Trump rallies over Hillary Clinton's emails. What now? You going to come out and talk about this? I mean, where are the people that are so concerned about Hillary Clinton's private server? I mean, I was concerned. I said that she was incredibly reckless with her national security, lazy, it was sloppy, and it was a huge problem. And it could have led to confidential information being intercepted by a foreign power. And so that's why I was against Hillary Clinton's private server. That's why I criticized Ivanka Trump for using private emails for her business. That's a government business. And so where are those other people? Where are the conservatives that were so worried about our national security when it came to Hillary Clinton? Where are they? Where are they? I don't see them. I see crickets. I see nothing. And look, you can go back a couple of years in my video archive, right? You can look back. I got receipts from 2016 of me criticizing Hillary Clinton on her emails. So come on. Are you Republicans? You're going to come out? Are you going to be principled and call out Nikki Haley or any of the other security breaches that have happened in the Trump administration, including from Trump himself using an insecure cell phone and insisting on it? Are you? Are you? No, of course not. I would be very surprised to see any Republican come out and say, and look, if one comes out and says, you know what, this is a problem. Nikki Haley, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, then I will give them credit. But really, I've got such low expectations of Republicans in Congress right now that, again, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think they're going to criticize her at all. And at the same time, they're going to still criticize Hillary Clinton for her emails because they are complete and total hypocrites. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.